SOS. SOS. Oh, bloody hell. Did that a while ago. SOS. Oh, bloody hell. Did that a while ago. Oh, bloody hell. Did that a while ago. Better post. That Ferocity is like for shizzle. For a shizzle. I don't know what I'm saying. That Ferocity is like for shizzle. For a shizzle. I don't know what I'm saying. Ah. Post all these tweets. Hey, oh, sons! Look at you, it's been a while since you were the first man in the stream. Hello, sons. Hey, oh, sons! Look at you, it's been a while since you were the first man in the stream. Hello, sons. Oh, sons! Look at you, it's been a while since you were the first. Alright, welcome to the stream. Oh, fuck's sake. Alright, welcome to the stream. We will be beginning in just a moment. Gotta post on the website and everything, you know. Make sure everyone knows in just a moment that we live. Post on the website and everything, you know. Make sure everyone knows just a moment that we live. Oh, we've got to post this implosion card after. Hola, como esta? What? Huh? Oh, I know what hola means. This implosion card. I don't know what como esta means. Hello, Maury. Huh? Oh, I know what Allah means. Hello, Maury. How you doing? Welcome. Hello, Maury. Maury. The G. Hello, Maury. How you doing? The one, the mid. Well, I don't know what I'm saying. I'm alive though. The G. That's all that matters. The one, the mid. Well, I don't know what I'm saying. I'm alive though. That's all that matters. Hello, Soul. How you doing? Big Soul. The show will start in just a moment, hello, people. Soul. How you doing? Oh shit. Big Soul. The show will start in just a moment, hello, people. When I say just a moment, I mean like, give me a minute or two. The show will start in just a moment, hello, yes, Echo. What is up, my G? Yes, Echo. How's the surgery, Echo? How you doing? What was up? My G. What was up? Why'd you need surgery? You good? Yes, how's the surgery, Echo? How you doing? Been a while. What was up? My G. What was up? I hope you're good, Echo. I hope you're toasty. Hope you're frosty. Been a while. What was up? I hope you're good, Echo. I hope you're toasty. Hope you're frosty. You can hear. Is there an echo? Oh right, that's because I can hear my own talking. I'll mute my stream. Sorry. Sorry, I was listening. I was having my stream played through the laptop, so you could hear me twice. My bad. I didn't realize I'd muted it. Welcome to the stream, Tiffany, Topher, Bateman. The Go Home Show. I got a few announcements. Obviously, at Implosion, this weekend, huge giveaway. It could be $10, could be $25, could be $50, depending on how many people show up for day 1, day 2. How to enter the giveaway. All you gotta do is be in the stream. The draw will be on either the 1st or the 2nd of July, depending on what day I have off. And whoever's name gets drawn out the hat wins the prize. I got a little secret one if we get 100. I doubt we get 100 people in there. But I got a little special I'm an extra. Where was I going with this? So yeah, the more streams you're in over this weekend, so let's say you show up to the prelims day 1 and day 2, you have a larger chance of winning because you'll have 3 names in the hat. But I've also got a prize exclusive for the people who have been on the site, you know, people who've been here for 4 or 5 years now. That whoever wins the implosion predictions will get a free copy of WWE 2K19. Boom. The card will be up on the site cmvwrestling.com after tonight's show. Well, hello, Gumball. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not a whore, sons. If anything, you're a whore. And that sounds very painful, Echo. But without further ado, it's the go-home show. And let's get right into it. Implosion, literally, the prelims for Implosion is in... Well, it's 5 o'clock now, so 24 hours, 19 hours. Jesus, not long left. Giving away an Xbox. Yes, that's next. That's the next step. But here we go. First match of the evening. Of course, kicking off with the undercard. We might have some potential changes coming to the undercard in the future too. But I can't talk about that right now. I don't have 6. I have 3. But out first, Short Barrett. We haven't seen her in a few months. Has 1 loss to her credit. Of course, the partner of Ryan Munoz, we've known a bit more about over this season. Kicking off the show tonight, I would happily give away a mayonnaise sandwich. Welcome to the stream, Mr. Love and Stuff. How are you doing, my friend? I mean, you don't have to get nothing if you want more. You don't have to get nothing. Anyway, this is our first match of tonight's undercard. Singles action, I believe. All 3 of tonight's undercard matches are singles, I believe. As we await her opponent now, the former tag team partner of Susanna, Valderis. That's what I was looking for from Sons. I'm good, Mr. Love and Stuff. I'm good. I'm pretty pumped for Implosion. Still a fair bit of recording to do because a lot of people needed extra time to make their attires, but we're getting there. We're getting there pretty good now. Almost done. About 2/3 of the show is all complete. But that's tomorrow. This is today, episode 61 of Ferocity, episode 366 in total. The go-home show before Implosion this weekend, and what a stacked card it is. 3 streams, 2 days, 28 matches. It's going to be a good weekend, that's for sure. But here we go with our opening match of the evening. Short Barrett, Valderis, singles action. And Shaw immediately just throws Valderis up in the air. Stop to the face to follow up. I've got a coffee right here to my left, but I'm going to save it for the main card, you know. Keep that energy. A couple of knees to the side of the head of Valderis here by Shaw Barrett. Shaw Barrett looking to taunt already. Not gonna lie, I think Portugal is gonna win the World Cup. I know that's a weird team to say, but Ronaldo has been playing phenomenal in the first 2 games. 4 goals in 2 games. I don't know. I feel like Portugal might win the World Cup. But Valderis up on that top rope. Shaw Barrett against the ropes. What's Valderis looking for? Sets Shaw up against the second rope. Oh, what a reversal by Valderis. Arm drag. Now into a DDT to Shaw Barrett. Valderis for sure. The underdog here. Pepe used to be a really world-class defender. He's still good though. Not saying he's bad. Gonna drag Shaw Barrett away from the ropes into the middle of the ring. Looking to stomp on that arm. Valderis now looking to set Shaw Barrett up against that top rope. Perhaps looking to send her propelling into the center of the ring. Now looking to pick Shaw immediately right back up. Give her no time to recover here. Launch into the air. Counter by Shaw into a powerbomb. A boot is also countered, this time by Valderis, who gets back up to her feet. Valderis getting caught by Shaw. Hoisted up into the air. Knee across the midsection. Now in mount, dropping some heavy shots across the forehead of Valderis. Oh, there's going to have to be a really good tiebreaker this Sunday to make sure we get absolutely no draws. Boot to the midsection. Elbow to the thigh. Now an axe handle to the back. Valdez refuses to stay down, but a big clothesline to the back of the head keeps her down and stops the back to follow. And now boot to the midsection. Goes for a kick, but doesn't quite connect. Shoulder claw, though, by Shaw Barrett. Keeping Valdez down. Certainly been relatively back and forth to kick off tonight's show. In our first of 3 undercard matches. Of course, you know this by now. 10 matches tonight. 3 of which are the undercard. And then 7 main card. And boy, this main card is stacked. Huge main event. Triple threat between all 3 champions. Jade Divine, Tiffany Razor, and Riley Dixon. Shaw Barrett now into the pin. 1, 2. Only a 1 count. Co-main event. First time matchup between Alice Blake and current Money in the Bank holder Kristen Page. Looking for the submission. Vintage Shaw Barrett. This is her, I believe, finisher. I'm pretty sure it is. Will it be enough to force the submission here, though, on Valdez? No, it will not. Shaw back to her feet, looking to go back to the drawing board, come up with a different strategy. They do about what we expect them to do. Into the pin, though. Here we go. Shaw Barrett. 1, 2, 3. And Shaw Barrett gonna pick off the... I don't even know what... She boot her in the face and then pin her. But Shaw Barrett kicks off the show with a victory tonight. In our first match of tonight's undercard, Shaw Barrett remains unbeaten in singles action. As we move on to our second match of the night, I believe more singles action between Aya Ali Vaziri, who surprisingly last week lost to Akira Violet. That was Akira Violet's first win in some time. But Aya Ali Vaziri looking to bounce back. Here tonight as she takes on Danielle Ward in singles action. In our second match in tonight's main card. What am I not knowing, Maury? And Gumball, I don't think my coffee will get cold. Sorry I replied so late. It's piping hot. Some could say it's near enough spicy. Oh, see what I did there? Oh yeah, all 3 matches on tonight's undercard, all singles. Because in our premier matchup for tonight's undercard is Dawn Bryan taking on Akira Violet in singles action. True Friends actually just slit your throat from the front to keep it quick. Danielle Ward now making her way out from the back. A little bit of a veteran, you know. She debuted, I want to say, way back on 2K16. Hard Knock Life is her theme. Are you messing with me, Soul? It says it's lagging. Hope that goes away because I cannot delay this stream. It has to happen today. Hope that lag goes away. Where was I though? Yes, the main card tonight. Absolutely stacked. Tertiary main event. The inaugural CMV Women's Tag Team Champions taking on Danger Close. But here we go. Second match of tonight's undercard. Aya Ali Vaziri in action. Taking on Danielle Ward. Irish whip sends Aya Ali Vaziri into that near left corner. Was it not lagging? It said it was lagging on my screen. It came up with a little red bar, which always means it's lagging. Full mount here from Danielle Ward, dropping some heavy rides. It's not Twitch, it's my streaming platform. But, oh, that's hot coffee trying to pick it up. Stomp to the back of Danielle Ward. Looking to pick Ward up to her feet here is Aya Ali Vaziri. You can use in-game themes or you can use custom themes, Mr. Love and Stuff. I think everyone on the undercard tonight does indeed have an in-game theme, but most of the main card does have customs. Aya Ali Vaziri looking to pick Danielle Ward up to her feet for a nice Irish whip. Samoan drop by Ali Vaziri. Now grabbing the bat. Oh my god. Vaziri looking for an early finish to this match. The submission locked in. Could you imagine? Nah, Danielle Ward gets free. I would definitely do that for you, Sofa. Inverted suplex. But I can't while Sons is here. Goes for a snapmare now. There's Danielle Ward. Knee to the back. Looking to drive his knee into the spine. Her knee into the spine of Aya Ali Vaziri, who powers up to her feet. Dropping her straight down on her back. Aya in the corner. Or momentarily. Now back over to Danielle Ward, giving her no time to recover. And apparently it was enough time, though. Irish whip by Ward. Misses the knee. Aya Ali Vaziri going to roll to the outside. Create some breathing room here. Use the ropes to create a bit of distance between herself and Danielle Ward. Allowing her to get some time to get stamina back. Forearm smash. A Russian leg sweep now by Danielle Ward. Welcome to the stream, J-Rod. How are you doing? Knee to the face by Vaziri. Vaziri in the corner looking to taunt for the crowd. Raise those arms. I wouldn't do that, though. I would immediately pounce on Danielle Ward, give her no time. Grabbing her by the eye. Little eye gouging here from Ali Vaziri. Overhand right. Scissor kick by Vaziri. Straight across the back of the head. Could that be the second match? 1, 2. No! Danielle Ward kicks out. No, big chop to the back of the head of Danielle Ward. Oh, I thought Danielle Ward was going for the accolade there. Instead, just an axe handle to the back of Danielle Ward. Aya going to pick her up to her feet. Of course, this Sunday, Aya Ali Vaziri takes on Hazel Crate in a tables match on the prelims. Oh, here it is. Danielle Ward's submission game. You're going to have to be on point as Aya Ali Vaziri looks for the submission. And that was quick. Almost immediately forces the submission in our second match of the evening. And Aya Ali Vaziri returns to winning ways ahead of Implosion this weekend. What a win for Aya Ali Vaziri. People play different ways against different teams. But now we head to our marquee match for the undercard. Dawn Bryan, one-on-one with Akira Violet, who just last week picked up her first victory in some time. Dawn Bryan once again on the chopping block, though. You'd have thought after winning last week, she'd be back up to the main card, but here tonight has to go one-on-one with Akira Violet. That was a phenomenal hype video, wasn't it? Good job to Gumball. We've got some nice hype videos this year. Can't wait for Implosion. And of course, here comes the former CMV Women's Intercontinental Champion. The third ever Women's Intercontinental Champion, of course, beat Rose for the belt in Rose's first defense. Dawn Bryan, a veteran now of the women's division. Still positive, looking to bounce back. Still believes she can be champion once again one day. This might be her first Implosion that she misses. But here we go, Akira Violet, Dawn Bryan. The bell has been rung. Finale of tonight's undercard. Side headlock. Welcome to the stream, Mr. and Miss Extreme. How are you doing? Little side headlock takedown by Dawn Bryan. Akira Violet back up to her feet. Wrenching down on the neck. Akira Violet really working the arm of Dawn. Dawn finally able to transition it into side control once again. I'd say Dawn definitely the superior grappler, though. This is a back and forth grappling exchange here. Backhand by Akira Violet. Stomp to the back of the leg. Looking to pick Dawn Bryan up to her feet. Facebuster by Akira Violet. Now Akira Violet lifting Dawn up into the air. Reversal by Dawn into a neck breaker. Nice dragon screw takedown. Then works the legs. Welcome to the stream, Get 'em Jones. How you doing? Knee to the midsection by Akira Violet. Has Dawn Bryan by the head. Gonna launch her across the ring. Now stomp to the face. Doesn't quite connect, but the second one does. Akira Violet certainly in control of the former Women's Intercontinental Champion here tonight. Prepping her up on that top rope. Looking to take Dawn's move from her. The Avalanche Cradle DDT, a patented Dawn Bryan move. Of course, Dawn Bryan won the Women's Intercontinental Championship with that move back in the day. Hit Rose with about 7 of them. Akira Violet circling Dawn Bryan. Now up to the second rope, perhaps looking to fly through the air while Dawn's down. Elbow drop to the spine. Akira Violet back up to her feet. Dawn, though, still face first. Or face down, sorry, against the mat. Akira Violet going to help her back up. Irish whip by Akira. Sends Bryan into the ropes. Rebounding off. Into a spinning sidewalk slam. Winds of change, essentially. Picking Dawn Bryan immediately back up. Giving her no time to rest. Reversal by Bryan, though. Punch in the midsection. Oh, grabs hold of the legs. Thought she might be going for that sharpshooter. Instead, dropping Akira Violet face first into the mat. The main event is going to be good. I'm looking forward to it. 3 of CMV's female champions collide. Jade Divine, the current CMV Women's Undisputed Champion. Riley Dixon, the current CMV Women's Intercontinental Champion. And Tiffany Razor, the current CMV Women's Hardcore Champion. Welcome to the stream, Hellish. Dawn Bryan looking in that figure 4. Will that be enough to force Akira Violet to tap? This would be one of the quickest undercards ever if it does. But it looks like Akira Violet able to reverse the position and put the pressure back on Dawn Bryan. Boot to the midsection. We have about 8 different wheelie bins by our house. There's like a brown one, a black one, a purple one, like a green one. Jeez. Punch to the midsection by Akira Violet. Back up to her feet. Irish whip. Dawn over the top rope on the apron. Right hand by Akira. Akira looking to drive Dawn face first into the mat. Actually has been, yeah, Jesus. The first 2 matches of tonight's show have ended by way of submission. You would think that all the people who are champs would be submission specialists, but actually only one of the 3 singles champs right now has a submission. A little dab there by Dawn Bryan. I'm dabbing as well. Dawn Bryan looking to drag Akira Violet away from the ropes. Oh, I think I know what's coming. Akira Violet in trouble. Figure 4 sharpshooter. This is probably coming to an end right here, right now, just as it did for August Evans last week. As soon as this was locked in. Although Akira Violet is certainly fighting it. Dawn Bryan just lets her out. Springboard splashed by Bryan. Dawn Bryan now going to roll Akira Violet over, hook that leg. 1, 2, 3, and Bryan off the splash picks up the victory over Akira Violet. Okay. Dawn Bryan though, with that springboard splash, I guess Akira Violet was out of it after the submission. But Dawn Bryan, 2 wins in a row now for the former Women's Intercontinental Champion, certainly returning back to form. As we cap off our undercard, now we head to the main card. Definitely stacked though for the go home show before the biggest event of the year. And it's time to kick it off. In fact, do I have the I don't know. No, I don't think I have the. Nah, don't worry about it. All right. Look, last stream we had like 20 viewers in the stream, but only like 4 of them were talking. If you're gonna talk about Willy Beans, I'm fine. I just prefer people talk. It makes me feel like I'm being boring if nobody's talking. But we head into our main card now. First match of tonight's main card. First of 7. In what is a stacked go-home show before Implosion. Victoria Extreme certainly taking some time to come out from the back there. This is actually Victoria Extreme's main card debut, taking on Miss Vicious in what the general manager has booked as an Extreme Rules match, which is actually, I'd say, a good pick. Miss Vicious likes to call herself the most vicious woman in CMV, and Victoria Extreme, evident by her last name, loves the idea of an Extreme Rules match. So this should be an interesting singles match. A tweet here from Jade Divine saying, tonight I'll be sharing the ring with one of the top prospects for the Undisputed Women's Championship. It might not be a one-on-one, but it's a match I've been lobbying for a while. Good luck to you, Tiffany. Damn, Jade Divine has no good things to say about Riley Dixon though, but seems to be a big fan of Tiffany Ray. So welcome to the stream, Puzzle Dan. I'm more of a scrambled egg kind of guy. As we await the arrival of Miss Vicious, the former leader of No Morality. You'll see her come out with her patented baseball bat. I'm sure she'll be looking under the ring for that in this match. Miss Vicious will be part of that Laura Sampson Appreciation Battle Royal on day 1 of Implosion. Of course, the winner of that gets an early spot in this year's 8 Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. There's another Money in the Bank qualifier at Implosion as well. A fatal 4-way between not Dean Roscoe, Brian Jacobson, Rafael Calgestra, Aldrich, and Hunter Quinn. But here we go, this opening Extreme Rules match about to get underway. Current Queen of the Ring, might I add, Miss Vicious, unsuccessful in her title match thanks to her former stablemate Sophia Caldwell, costing her the match. Neckbreaker by Victoria Extreme. Extreme now looking to pick Miss Vicious up to her feet, right hand to the face. Irish whip now. This is actually the first Implosion without Bozo. He's been here since, I think, the very first episode of Unmatched, but this will be the first Implosion without him. Irish whip by Victoria Extreme. Sends Miss Vicious into the far right corner. Irish whip now by Extreme again. Pop out right hand by Victoria Extreme. Victoria Extreme wants Miss Vicious on her feet. Miss Vicious on the outside though. Victoria Extreme gonna have to change up her approach. Right hand. Now over the top rope down to the floor below. Stomp to the face of Miss Vicious. Bozo's the Implosion host. Like the New Day. Irish whip by Victoria Extreme, sending Miss Vicious into the barricade and now into the steel steps. Miss Vicious returning the favor, going under the ring. Will she pull out her baseball bat? Ah, sledgehammer instead. Sledgehammer to the midsection of Miss Vicious. By Miss Vicious of Victoria Extreme. And then once again throws her into the steel steps. Rolling Miss Victoria Extreme over. Why am I confusing them? Victoria Extreme looking to pick Miss Vicious up to her feet. Dragging her up by the head. Irish whip. Now going to return the favor. Throw her into the steel steps. Looking to drop some heavy shots straight to the forehead on the outside here. Under the bottom rope we go here from Victoria Extreme. Looking to get this match back in the ring. Going to roll Miss Vicious over. Lateral press. Only a 1 count. Looking to drive Miss Vicious into that far right turnbuckle pad. Slam down into the mat. Victoria Extreme in control right now. Stomp to the midsection. Doesn't quite connect. Extreme. Looking to crawl over the near unconscious body of Miss Vicious. Looking for some savage headbutts. One after another after another. Miss Vicious now being dragged up to her feet by Victoria Extreme. I think Victoria Extreme was going for a finisher, and I think Miss Vicious might have countered it. Victoria Extreme now could be in a world of trouble. Miss Vicious looking for a submission. Yeah, there was originally. He made the Jester and the Magnificent. Lateral press now by Victoria Extreme. Only a 1 count. That would definitely be something unique if the hardcore title could be defended anytime, anywhere, 24/7. Like the WWE one could during the Attitude Era. Well, Ruthless Aggression Era. Oh, super kick by Miss Vicious. And now scouting up Victoria Extreme. Miss Vicious up against the second ropes. Looking to set up the teardrop. Dialing it up, you could say, off the top rope. Could it be enough to put away Victoria Extreme? Gonna hook the leg. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Well, the Superstars don't have a hardcore title. Only a 2 count. Miss Vicious going to get out a table here as Victoria Extreme tries to get back to her feet. Miss Vicious grabbing her by the back of the head. Irish whip to send Victoria Extreme into the ropes. Nice neck breaker. Up on the second rope here from Miss Vicious. And now we've got a tweet by Sam Valentine who says, "Hey, Mr. Nashtastic, how about you shut your cock holster and don't worry about who Jade decides to acknowledge in her tweets." My bad. A stop to the midsection. And now looking for a curb stop here as Victoria Extreme. Could that be enough to put away? Miss Vicious doesn't even go for the pin. Another one of those neck breakers. Looking to work the arm now of Miss Vicious. A stomp straight to the arm, followed by a second stomp. And a third stomp. Dragging Miss Vicious up to one knee. But Miss Vicious with a punch to the midsection catches Victoria Extreme off guard. But Vicious, got caught with a jawbreaker. Big right hand punch to the body. Superman punch to follow. What a combination. Victoria Extreme down on one knee. 2K19 is released on the 5th of October. My last show will be on like the 2nd or the 3rd. As Victoria Extreme looking to drop Miss Vicious right down on the edge of the table. That might not be a nice impact for Miss Vicious. 1, 2, 3. And Victoria Extreme wins her main card debut. Welcome to the stream, Jay Jones.
I'm booking the second week off because I feel like I have to. I booked the first and second week off last year, but I ended up getting everything done in the first week. So I figure if I just book the second week off. But congratulations to Victoria Extreme picking up the victory in her main card debut here tonight as we head on to match number 2. Candice Leone one-on-one with Charlie Baker tonight. Haven't seen Candice Leone in a week or so. Return to winning ways last time out. I believe was on the fallout of Gridlock. Looks to extend it to 2-0. Of course, Candice Leone, part of the Laura Sampson Appreciation Battle Royal. Of course, whoever wins that match gets a spot in Money in the Bank. I will read that whisper after this match, Echo, because it will get the match off my screen and I can't see it. Oh, actually, I'll read it now. Implosion is this weekend, Echo. But yeah, you can see it live. Next season, indeed, sons. Candice Leone now awaiting Charlie Baker. And at one point, Charlie Baker was like 9-0 in CMV. Well, thank you for the host, Chosen Gallantry. And of course, Echo and Gumball. I did. Charlie Baker has not had success as of late. Would love to turn it around. Will tonight be the night, though, she takes on a formidable opponent in the form of Candice Leone. Candice Leone, of course, in her own right, was 7-0 before she took her first defeat to Alyssa Bond, and now has bounced back to 8-1 in CMV. But here we go, first match, second match of the main card, my bad. Irish whip by Leone, immediately sends Baker over that top rope. Down to the floor below. Little clothesline by Candice Leone. I'll invite you to a party after Echo, after the stream. Nice sidestep by Charlie Baker, arm drag. Now look at that, threatening Candice Leone with that right hand. Charlie Baker working the legs of Candice Leone here on the outside. Of course, got to watch out for the count of 10 from the ref. Baker looking to pick Leone back up to her feet. Slide her underneath that bottom rope. Jawbreaker by Candice Leone. Overhand right by Leone now. I appreciate the bits, Chosen Gallantry. You know, whenever they're donated in ones, I always feel like I'm a stripper. People throwing these ones at me. Arm drag by Charlie Baker. Now a beautiful head scissors takedown by Baker, taking Candice Leone off her feet. Dragging her right back up by her hair. Irish whip reversal. Sends Baker into the ropes. Beautiful drop toe hold by Candice. Gonna drag Baker up to her feet. Grabbing her by the head. Now single knee backbreaker. And the taunt to follow. Baker in the corner. Boot to the face by Candice Leone. Followed by another stomp to the midsection. Looking to pick Charlie Baker up to her feet. Grabs her by the head. fisherman suplex into the pin. I'm sure Quinn is not happy that somebody else is using the botchplex, but oh, she's won a few matches with it now as Candice. Candice scouting up Charlie Baker. Will she be able to pick up the victory? Picking Baker up high into the air, dropping her face first into the mat with that glam slam. Might be a rope break. Yes, it is. Oh, Candice LeOnn getting unlucky. A little rope break there. Baker got saved by the ropes. Looking to pick Baker right back up. Arm dragged by Charlie Baker. Grabbing Candice by the hair. Beautiful dragon screw takedown. Really working the legs on Candice LeOnn. Baker now slamming the back of the head of LeOnn into the mat. Wearing her down bit by bit, move by move. Raising her arm into the air now. Has Candice in a seated position, dragging up to one knee. What's Baker looking for? Drags her up to her knee, drags her up to her feet again. Drop kick by Baker. Second drop kick by Baker. And then Baker with a crossbody off of the ropes. Baker in control. She looks to pick Candice LeOnn up to her feet. Gonna look for that neck breaker perhaps. No, throws Candice into the corner. What's Baker looking for? Kind of just a headbutt in the corner. Turning Candice LeOnn around now, face first against that top turnbuckle. What's Baker looking for? Rope assisted bulldog. Another taunt once again by Charlie Baker as she picks Candice up to her feet. Irish whip again into that far left corner this time. Baker running up. Again, a headbutt. Wherever that move is glitch. Goes for it. Looks to pick Candice up. Candice with a forearm to the back. Has the arm of Baker. Northern Lights suplex from Candice. Definitely the best match of the night so far between these two as Candice drags Baker to the ropes. Oh no! Candice has her legs up on that middle rope, looking for that cheap victory, but a kick out at one. Baker not about that life. Goes for a scoop slam. Baker going to slip free reverse. A DDT by Charlie Baker. Baker scouted up Candice LeOnn, looking for that submission. Victory! Will it be enough to put away Candice LeOnn though? Many people have failed, but Candice with that on-point submission defense slips out between those legs and back to her feet. Snapmare. Damn, look at that. Straight front show by Candice LeOnn, just picking her up. Look at that, now talking the trash. Telling her to stay down. Candice looking to pick Charlie Baker up to her feet. Massive big boot to the face. Candice now with a stop to the upper body. Candice has Charlie Baker on one knee. Snapmare by Candice LeOnn. Hey, appreciate the extra bits. Candice is owned by at the Exalted Queen on Twitter. Oh, there she is. Welcome to the stream, Katie Koala. How you doing? Another one. Oh, it looks like it might be another rope break. That's the second rope break of the match. Candice getting screwed by rope breaks tonight. Second rope break for Candice LeOnn in this singles match. Now in mount again, dropping some heavy shots on the forehead of Charlie Baker. Now those nasty elbows trying to cut her right open, slice her up. Candice in firm control though, despite these rope breaks. Not letting the rope breaks discourage her, I should say. Charlie Baker back into the ring. Irish whip by Candice, going to send Baker into that far right corner. Flying forearm smash. Baker collapses down to the floor below. Boot to the face again, driving that boot straight into the face of Charlie Baker. Candice still in control as she picks Baker up to her feet. Another big boot by Candice. I'm going to drag Charlie Baker to the center of the ring, hook that leg. Could that be enough to secure the victory here? 2 wins in a row. Yes, it will. Candice. And the last match ahead of Implosion, the last match ahead of that Money in the Bank qualifier, picks up a victory. Some nice momentum for Candice LeOnn heading into Implosion and her match on day one. you know, kicked out of 2. Well, didn't kick out. 2 rope breaks of her finishing maneuver. But ultimately, it was not enough. It simply delayed the inevitable. And Candice Leone picked up the victory tonight in her our second match of the evening, to pick up the momentum ahead of Implosion this weekend. 3 streams, of course. 28 matches. It's stacked. But now, ladies and gentlemen, up next, a qualification match for the CMV Women's Hardcore Championship match at Implosion. Of course, 5 out of 6 are confirmed. We've got the former women's champion, Sophia Gibson, one-on-one with newcomer Reese LaMaster. Now, you're probably thinking, wait, what? Reese is so new. How is she getting a women's hardcore title qualification? Oh, wait, that's the 4th match. My bad. I confused the card. My bad. Tag team action up next. Ultra Carnage against Total Eclipse. After this is that singles match. I'm just shaking with excitement for Implosion, alright? Total Eclipse, though, one of the 6 teams in the tag team turmoil for the CMV Women's Tag Team Championship. Don't blame me, Marty. I'm excited for Implosion. I'm shaking. I'm looking to get this show in the books so we can set all eyes forward for the biggest show of the year. Hey, but you also get to see Ultra Carnage, so win-win, right? Total Eclipse are actually unbeaten. In fact, both of these teams are unbeaten in tag action. Total Eclipse, I think, are 4-0 in tag action. And Ultra Carnage are also 4-0. Did take a couple of losses in singles action in those fatal 4-ways, but to be fair to them, they were never pinned. So technically, yeah, they can say they haven't taken a pinfall or a submission defeat yet. It's hard to pick a favorite for the tag team turmoil at Implosion. It kind of depends on what the order is, of course. Whoever comes out last has a distinct advantage. Whoever comes out first, a massive disadvantage. Got to get through all 5 teams. Of course, there will be another team added. The match between the Warsaw Pact and the Knockout Queens on the prelims will determine the 7th and final spot in that tag team turmoil match. But here we go. It's going to be Solar Sung Ho taking on Kelsey Carnage to kick off this tag team match. Gonna roll Solar Sung Ho over to her stomach, drag her towards the center of the ring, roll her back over on her back. Interested to see how these 2 teams figure each other out. They're both hard puzzles to solve. That's why they're both unbeaten so far. This tag team division certainly prospering this season. Kelsey Carnage goes for a single leg, countered by Solar Sung Ho. I believe we've got, what, South Korea versus, I want to say America, but I'm not 100%. No, you know what? They might be British. Uppercut by Kelsey Carnage, stunning Solar Sung Ho, grabs the leg. Oh, an Imari roll, and a takedown by Kelsey Carnage. Continuing to work the leg. Of course, I believe Kelsey does have a leg submission, a leg lock. I believe it's a rolling knee bar. Not 100% though. I think she's only used it once. And it might have been a rope break. Solar Sung Ho with the suplex. Tagging out now to the other half, the youngest sister of Total Eclipse, Luna Sung Ho. Scales to the top rope, looking to fly through the air. Kelsey down, not quite center of the ring, but Luna Sung Ho doesn't want her down, wants her back on her feet. And slowly but surely she rises up, gets caught. Oh wait, no, catches Luna, who went for the Dragon Rana, going to drop her face first on that top turnbuckle pad. Kelsey immediately retaking control of this matchup. Now a drop kick to the midsection. Kelsey Carnage dragging Luna Sung Ho back up to her feet again. Dragon. That dragon fucking sweep takedown. How have I forgotten what that move's called? That is going to annoy me. I said that like 5 minutes ago. Oh well. Here's a dragon sweep, right? Irish whip by Kelsey Carnage puts Luna Sung-ho into that near right corner, perhaps looking for the tag. Just slipped my mind. Tagging out to Violet. I wonder if we'll see their tag finisher. Oh, I think we might see it. This neck break powerbomb combination into the pin. Could that be enough? 1, 2. No, Luna Sung-ho kicks out. Kelsey was able to prevent Solo Sung-ho from breaking up, but Luna was able to kick out. Once again, that dragon sweep. There goes Solo Sung-ho to the outside. Luna Sung-ho distracted by Kelsey Carnage. Now up on the shoulders of Violet. Hung out to dry face first across that top turnbuckle pad. A bit of snake eyes. Now a stomp to the midsection. Followed by a second stomp. Welcome to the stream, Fusion Gamer 20002. How are you doing? Luna Sung-ho going to drag Violet towards the center of the ring. Rolling him over. Boot to the midsection. Violet back up to her feet. Gets caught with a clothesline. Second clothesline by Luna. Ducks the clothesline. Super kick. Luna in the corner. Violet got to watch out. Turns around into this somersault DDT. Could that be enough to secure the count of 3? Doesn't even go for it, respecting the resiliency of Violet. Irish whip. Now, I think they're going to go for their tag finisher. Couple of boots. Nice takedown. A boot to the face. Into the pin. Total Eclipse. Looking for the win. 1. Only a 1 count. Kelsey Carnage broke it up. You see that sweep Enziguri combination. German suplex by Luna Sung-ho. Overhand right by Violet. Violet setting up Solo Sung-ho on her shoulders. Oh, what is that? The innovative offense by Violet. I've never seen that in CMV before. Hooks the leg. Could that be enough to put away Solo Sung-ho? 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Solo Sung-ho able to kick out. Knee to the back of Sung-ho. And Violet going to scout her up. Solo Sung-ho in trouble. Violet on the shoulders once again. Will it be enough to secure that count of 3? Oh, doesn't go straight for the pin. Now it does. Hooks the leg. Ultra Carnage looking for the victory. 1, 2. Oh, Kelsey just misses it. Allows Luna to break it up. Damn, Kelsey going to take Luna out of commission. And now it's essentially a handicap for the foreseeable future. Violet looking for the tag now, tagging out to Kelsey. Great teamwork by Ultra Carnage. Great teamwork by both teams. Can't discourage either of them. Stomp to the upper body of Solo Sung-ho. Kelsey looking to pick her up into that seated position, dragging her by the hair up to one knee. Punch to the midsection by Sola. Tornado DDT by Solo Sung-ho. Looking to put Kelsey face first into that near left corner over and over again, trying to concuss one half of Ultra Carnage over and over again into that corner. Could well have knocked her out cold, but she quickly recovers. Enziguri straight across the dome of Solo Sung-ho, and then a stomp to the back to follow. What's Kelsey looking for? Looking to scale up to the top rope. Looks to fly through the air, misses with that leg drop. Solo Sung-ho back up to her feet. Kelsey going to turn around, only get caught. What a competitive back and forth matchup. I can see either team winning this. Look at this backslide driver by Solo Sung-ho. Looks to pick her up to her feet. Irish whip. Sends Kelsey into the far left corner. Could we see it again? That sweep. Enziguri combination. I think we are. Violet better be ready to break this up. There's that sweep and the enziguri. Will she go straight into the pin? This time she doesn't. Now she does. Hooks the leg. Violet's got to be ready to break this one up. One. And she does. Luna looking to take out Violet. Violet reverses though. Going to help out a tag team partner. Reverse DDT to Luna Sung-ho. Both competitors down, center of the ring. Who can recover first? Kelsey looking to get back to her feet. Oh, look at that. Luna went after Violet, got caught. Might pay the price. Knee to the forehead, into the pin. Could well pay the price for trying to go after Violet. 2 count though. Damn, that was a nasty price to pay. It could come back to Horner. Running drop kick now by Kelsey Carnage. Looks to pick Luna up. Luna with a jawbreaker, stunning Kelsey momentarily. Boot to the midsection, which is caught by Kelsey. Kelsey with a beautiful sweep. Takes Luna off her feet, gonna roll her over. Trying for that submission. Luna able to grab the ropes though. Not gonna get it so soon. But wait a minute. Kelsey now scouting up. Luna Sung-ho, look at Solar, out of energy on the apron. This is the perfect opportunity. Look at that rolling knee bar. Perfect execution. Will it be enough? Solar's not going to break it up. And Ultra Carnage are the team that stay unbeaten. I think you've got to give them a solid chance at Implosion this Sunday. Well, actually it'll be Saturday because it's on the prelims, but another win for Ultra Carnage, remaining unbeaten in their CMV careers. Total Eclipse take the first L of theirs in tag action. But Ultra Carnage with another win here tonight. They have been shaking up the tag division since their debut. That match could have gone either way. Today, though, it went to Ultra Carnage. Now, the match I was talking about. Up next, qualification match. Former Women's Champion Sophia Gibson takes on Reese LaMaster for the final spot in the Women's Hardcore Championship match. Now, I know what you're saying. How is Reese getting a hardcore title qualifier? She's had one match. Well, she's already injected herself into that field of play, if you will. She attacked Tiffany Razor when Tiffany Razor won the belt. She attacked Alice Blake when Alice Blake tried to cash in a rematch. She has made it personal between herself and Tiffany Razor. They've both gone back and forth on Twitter on multiple occasions. Tiffany Razor practically wants... I imagine Tiffany Razor wants Reese to win the match, so she's in the ladder match so she can get her hands on Reese. Sophia Gibson, it's been some time since she held a belt. She won it, what, 3 years ago? It's been kind of up and down since. I always forget. It always surprises me. I'm kind of used to the surprise now. I kind of forget that Sophia Gibson always twists up in the middle of the ring. I don't know why it does that. Why is that a glitch? Like, no other entrance animation does that. Here comes, for the second time in her CMV career, put on an absolute clinic with a victory over Willow Nightling last week. Reese LaMaster looking to once again step inside the CMV ring. This time against a former women's champion, no less. With an opportunity to be, I mean, to be fair, the opportunity to probably become the fastest rising competitor in the history of Ferocity. I mean, I don't know anybody that's won the title in 3 matches. Is Bolton like that though? Yeah, I can't think of any competitor in the history of CMV that won a belt within 3 matches. So if Reese can win tonight and then win at Implosion, she would be making history. Certainly put on a great performance last week against Willow. Would love to follow up with another win tonight. Opportunity of a lifetime, that's for sure. That would actually elevate her to day 2 of Implosion. That is when the women's hardcore title match goes down on the 2nd day. But here we go, Sophia Gibson and Reese LaMaster, singles action. 4th match of the main card, and Gibson straight out of the gate with a snap suplex to Reese, and then a slap to the face. Look at that disrespect. Well, obviously with the exception of like when the women's division first started, because obviously there was a title match, but like with the exception of those first few cores, there was no woman who's won it in like 3 matches. There is a bit of a height difference here, massive size discrepancy between Sophia Gibson and Reese LaMaster. It's got to be half a foot. Headlock by Gibson. Could that play a factor? Drives the face of Reese LaMaster into the mat, dragging her hair first up to her feet. Overhand right by Sophia Gibson. Could be looking for that skull-crushing finale. That, of course, being her finishing maneuver. Oh! Springboard drop kick to the back. High ring IQ to be able to pull that off out of nowhere. Up on the 2nd rope now. Rolling senton onto the midsection of Sophia Gibson. Reese certainly feeling the momentum in her favor. Already taunting. Reminding me of Riley Dixon in that sense. A knee across the inner thigh of Gibson, followed by a 2nd and a 3rd, wearing down those legs. Kick to the back, great strategy. You know, you take away the legs, it slows the speed down. Drop kick to the back of Sophia Gibson. Gibson certainly being controlled now by Reese LaMaster. Driven by the opportunity to compete in the Women's Hardcore Championship match at Implosion. Goes for a scoop slam. Gibson reverses it into a reverse DDT. Sophia Gibson throws Reese into the near left corner. Gibson going to turn her around face first. Propping her up. Oh, on the middle rope. Neck breaker from that middle rope by Sophia Gibson. Gibson in the corner now, climbs up to the 2nd rope. Not much of a high flyer as the former women's champion, but allows Reese to get to her feet. Sophia Gibson looks to fly. I think Reese caught her though. Caught her mid-air. What a straight-foot show from Reese. I mean, Gibson certainly looks like she weighs quite a bit more. Reese catches her, hangs her out to dry, across that top rope, and now into the pin for the count of 1. But Gibson able to kick out. Drop kick to the back by Reese. Reese picking Gibson up to her feet. Grabbing her by the head, looking for a neck breaker. Hooks the leg on Sophia Gibson. 1, 2, only a 2 count. Not quite enough to put down the former women's champion just yet. Oh, but Reese scouring up Sophia Gibson. Oh, no, it doesn't quite connect. And now Gibson with a jawbreaker. Gibson now, skull-crushing finale! Rolling, Reese LaMaster overhooks that leg, clutch counter by Gibson, only a 2 count. Reese LaMaster showing off the heart to be able to kick out of that skull-crushing finale, and now Gibson continuing to bring on the offense. Haven't heard the word fit be used to describe someone's looks in a long time. Like, that's like when I was in like year 7. Sophia Gibson setting up Reese against the ropes. Reese going to throw Gibson over the top rope down to the floor below. Reese going to follow her out there, right hand to the chin. Oh, is Reese perhaps looking for a count out? Following Gibson up the ramp, in mount, trying to maybe knock her out cold on the steel ramp. I have a story about that word, and I'll get to it in a minute after the match. Got to concentrate. Goes for a scoop slam. Gibson reverses. Reverse DDT by Sophia Gibson. That's going to do some additional damage, be it on the steel ramp. Drop kick to the back. Gibson going to run back to the ring. Doesn't want this count out. Gibson looks like she'd be happy to take the count out. Reese, get back in the ring. Just before the ref can get to the count of 10. Reese back into the ring. Catches Gibson by the head. Elbow to the back of the head. Irish whip by Reese the Master puts Gibson in that far right corner. And there's another, I haven't heard Pain in ages too, but I'll get to that in a minute. Arm drag, just launches Gibson into the ref, into the pin. Ref, what are you doing? Ref, giving Gibson time to recover there, only a 1 count. Couple of elbows to the forehead of Sophia Gibson. Reese on the apron. This has been a great match so far, though. Springboard leg drop. Gibson taunting. These two trying to snatch that match of the night. Clothesline by Gibson. Still quite a bit to go, though. Gibson with the snapmare. Little neck crack now to Reese the Master. This resting hold going to allow Gibson to get some stamina back. Reese back to her feet though, powers out. Couple of rights, forces a release, forces a break in the action, only to be caught in an Irish whip now by Gibson. Puts Reese face first against that top turnbuckle, going to prop her up on the top rope. What could Gibson be looking for here? Reese sitting up top. Gibson going to grab her from behind. Looking for a... Oh! Was going for a sidewalk slam, but Reese with a reversal elbow to the face. Topples Gibson like King Kong off the top of the Empire State Building. Springboard dropkick doesn't connect. Both competitors groggy here. Reese able to recover quicker. Only to get caught once again in an Irish whip off the ropes. Dropkick, sidestepped. Overhand right. Boot to the midsection. Now there's the arm drag by Reese. Another arm drag. This time by Gibson. Gibson has the head of Reese. This has been a great match. Gibson, again, driving the face of Reese the Master into the mat. Gibson, oh, nasty forearm and another forearm. Sidewalk slam by the former women's champion. Gonna hook the leg, thinking she's done the business here. Still a count of 1, though. Gonna take a bit more than that to put down Reese the Master. Gibson looking to pick Reese up to her feet. It's been a while since we've seen a big maneuver connected in this match. Of course, the only one to hit one. No, actually, they both hit one, but Gibson's the only one to hit a finisher. Fireman's carry now by Sophia Gibson. Oh, wait. Gibson! Gibson with that patented brainbuster. Reese is certainly in trouble now. Reese is seated, middle of the ring, drop kick to the back. Reese has Gibson trying to kick her in the back. Reese back to her feet, reversal by Gibson, forearm to the back. Oh, I thought she was going for the skull-crushing finale there because it was from behind. Instead, just a backdrop. Reese down, Gibson low on stamina it seems, as she scouts up Reese. Could this be the end? Reese in trouble. Skull-crushing finale for the second time. Gibson looking to qualify. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Oh, what? Reese kicks out. Gibson thought that was a count of 3, but Reese able to kick out. I thought that was going to be a count of 3. I thought that was it. I thought that was over. But Reese, the heart on display here to kick out of that skull-crushing finale for the second time. Jawbreaker by Reese. Again with this neck breaker. Reese needs to connect now, needs to hit something big. Taunting again, scouting up Gibson. She can't afford to miss it this time. Gibson stumbles to her feet. No, Reese! Boot to the midsection. This time we get it! Into the pin, wasting no time. 1, 2. No, 2 count. Oh my God! Reese with another one. Oh, connects this time! Drives the face of Gibson into the mat! That might be it. 1, 2. No, my goodness. Both of these competitors kicking out of huge moves. What is it going to take to qualify for the Women's Hardcore Championship? Both of them have hit 2 finishers right now. Both of them refusing to lay down. Reese now on the top rope. Looks to fly through the air. Gibson standing there. Doesn't quite know what's going on. Reese just watching Gibson like recover consciousness. Damn, Reese thrown from the top. Gibson picking Reese up to her feet. Overhand right. Forearm to the back. Reese could be the one in trouble now. If Gibson goes for the pin, doesn't know. Punch to the midsection by Reese. Stuns Gibson in the center of the ring. Goes for a scoop slam. Gibson slips free, reverse DDT. Oh no! Gibson! For the 3rd time! Skull! No! Reese! Reese reverses it. Forearm smash. Could it be it? Again with that neck breaker. Oh no, and now Gibson! Gibson reverses. What a back and forth match. Reese picking up Gibson. Oh! Reese looks to qualify for the Women's Hardcore Championship. No! Couldn't get into the pin. That might have given Gibson enough time. Oh! He did! Those few precious seconds that Reese couldn't get into the pin gave Gibson just enough time. This match, Jesus Christ. Now look at a hyperextend both the knee and the arm. My God, this match! Snapmare by Reese. Knee to the back. Driving the knee into the spine of Sophia Gibson. Will Reese be able to do it? I mean, this is a tough ask early on in someone's career. Former women's champion in her 2nd match. Sophia Gibson hooks the leg. Oh, any move could end it at this point. I'm on the edge of my seat. Gibson going to receive a punch to the midsection by Reese. Boot to the midsection again. DDT. Going to drag Gibson away from the ropes. This match has been non-stop since the opening bell. Into the pin again. 1, 2. Still a 2 count. What is it going to take? This has been crazy. Going for a trap. Head trapped elbows, but Gibson able to slip through the leg back to her feet. No! Oh, I thought it was going to be the brain buster by Gibson. Instead, straight into the pin. Will it be enough to put away Reese? Not yet. Gibson picks Reese up to her feet. Oh! There's the brain buster. You know how Gibson likes to follow up. Gonna take a second. In fact, goes to the 2nd rope. Gibson, not a high flyer, tries it. Misses the knee drop. Stop to the back. Reese picking Gibson up to her feet. Oh, both of them hitting big maneuvers. Neck breaker by Gibson. Reese taking a moment to taunt for the crowd. Gibson trying to recover here. Reese going to run over her back, playing games with a former women's champion. Oh, wait, Gibson up! Oh, that taunt might have cost Reese. Sidewalk slam by Gibson. Oh, no! Gibson scouring up Reese. This, ladies and gentlemen, could be it. Skull crushing. Oh, Jesus! Reversal again. What is it going to take? The clutch. Reese now scouring up Gibson. Will it be it? Yes, it will. Can she get to the pin on time? Yes, she can. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. A little voice crack, but Reese the master. with a huge clutch, picks up the victory and enters herself as the 6th and final competitor in the Women's Hardcore Championship ladder match at Implosion. What a match! Good lord! That is going to be a hard one to top for match of the night. Woo. Yes, Maury, that was the best way to describe that match. But Reese the Master picking up the victory tonight. Whew, what a performance. And that confirms all 6 competitors in the Women's Hardcore Championship ladder match. But speaking of big implosion matches, up next, Danger Close, who compete in 2 of the biggest matches at Implosion, take on the inaugural CMV Women's Tag Team Champions. Ali Cage, of course, main events. Got that beautiful hype video on Twitter, made by Gumblesaw in the chat there, at Ali Cage on Twitter, or Ali_Cage, taking on Jade Divine for the CMV Women's Undisputed Championship. Jade Divine in action in tonight's main event. And then Jade Dynamite takes on Riley Dixon for the CMV Women's Intercontinental Championship. We'll call it another hype video for that on Twitter. Taking on the inaugural CMV Women's Tag Team Champions, who also have an important match, or potentially matches, at Implosion. They take on the Warsaw Pact on the prelims that kick off pretty early tomorrow. The prelims are early. The day one starts at normal time, though. But if they win their match against the Warsaw Pact, they will join the Tag Team Turmoil. I like that too, Bateman. Record goal scorer in the World Cup. Jade Dynamite on the right, Ali Cage on the left, as they await the inaugural CMV Women's Hardcore Champions, Deborah and Michelle Cox. Won these belts at Implosion last year in the Tag Turmoil. Have the chance to do it again this year if they beat the Warsaw Pact to enter themselves in the Turmoil. I'm sure they'd love to get some revenge on Ultra Carnage, who beat them at Gridlock. My heart is still pacing after that match. I'm sure the caffeine mixed with that will probably kill me one day. But as long as we at least get to Implosion before my heart explodes. But here we go, Jade Dynamite starting in the ring with Deborah Cox. And the bell is rung. Jade Dynamite, the first ever CMV Women's Champion, longest reigning. Ali Cage, the former Women's Hardcore Champion, the third ever Women's Hardcore, third ever Women's Hardcore Champion, second longest reigning. And then, of course, the Knockout Queens, the second longest reigning and first ever Women's Tag Team Champions. Pretty stacked in this Women's Tag Team Champion, well, not Tag Team Champion, Tag Team match in our tertiary main event. Look at this combination by Dynamite here. Dynamite in control of Deborah Cox so far. Kind of would expect that is when I'm interested to see if how this is a kind of a test to see how good Dynamite and Ali Cage have become as a tag team. They're pretty new as a tag team. They've only been teaming for about a month or 2 months. They've only had a few tag matches. They've won most of them. As Deborah Cox picks Dynamite up to her feet. Irish whip into the near right corner. Boot to the face. You would think both Ali Cage and Dynamite are probably the better singles competitors in this tag team match, but you've got to think the duo of Michelle and Deborah Cox better as a tag team unit. Tiger suplex there by Dynamite. Stomp to the lower back. Dynamite looks to pick Deborah Cox up to her feet. Irish whip into the near left corner. Could we see Dynamite look to light the fuse? Taking Deborah Cox off her feet. Damn, this match could be coming to a close earlier than usual. Into the corner, maybe tagging out to Cage. And Cage jumps down to allow Dynamite to do what she's looking to do in the corner. Over the top rope. Trying to decapitate Deborah Cox with that leg drop. Irish whip by Dynamite, putting Deborah Cox in the near left corner. Danger close. Oh no, Dynamite instead propping Deborah Cox up on that top rope. Looking to put it all on the line in our tertiary main event with a superplex down to the floor below. Not only hurting her opponent, but I would imagine that hurts herself in the process. Doesn't want to hurt herself ahead of Implosion this Sunday. Tertiary main event, Dynamite versus Dixon. Looks to pick Deborah Cox up to her feet. Cox though with the arm drag. Driving Dynamite straight into the floor. Kick to the back. Deborah Cox seems to actually doing better, less worse for wear than Dynamite. Just because the match is just so awesome. Couple of elbows to the midsection now by Jade Dynamite, causing a bit of a break in the action. Irish whip. Irish whip back into the ropes. Not able to get the hot tag. Dynamite going to roll Deborah Cox over. Hasn't been able to tag out yet. The strength on show. Don't even get me, sons, because I can't do Shaggy's part. Oh, now once again taking a page out of a tag team partner with that butterfly DDT. In the corner, Dynamite in control of Deborah Cox. So far, this has been a singles match, essentially. Both Ali Cage and Michelle Cox have yet to be tagged in. Irish whip by Dynamite. Are we going to see that tag team maneuver from Danger Close? Yes, we might be. Throwing Deborah Cox into the center of the ring. That boot to the face, knee to the face combination. You could say they both became uncaged there. Into the pin. Oh, Dynamite unable to break it up. Arm drag by Deborah Cox. Deborah Cox needs to tag out. She has taken some heavy hits in this tag team match. Gut wrench suplex by Deborah Cox. Looking to pick Ali Cage up to her feet. Ali Cage now the one on the receiving end as Deborah Cox picks her right back up. Now onto the shoulders of Deborah Cox. Cox driving her back of the head first into the mat. Looking for the tag out to Michelle Cox. Desperately needed that tag. Deborah Cox has taken a ton of damage in this match. Michelle Cox, though, tagged in the corner. Perhaps looking to fly from that second rope. Certainly the more high-flying one of the two. Crossbody. Ali Cage gets caught by the legs of Michelle Cox. Going to take her for a ride across the ring. Oh, wait. Can we get that hot tag? No, we can't. Stomp to the back of Cage. Michelle Cox looking to pick Cage up. Cage with the arm drag. This show's actually been quite long, but it's gone by so fast. It's been a blast of a show. Oh my god, are we going for it again? No. Double super kick between Cage and Dynamite. This tag team is working very well together. Certainly got the chemistry. Kick to the midsection. Now a punch to the midsection to follow by Michelle Cox. Eats a forearm. Dynamite with that beautiful Amari roll. And then the sweep. Dynamite up in that middle rope. In the far right corner. Wants Michelle Cox on her feet. Dynamite isn't exactly a high flyer, but she can go high. Nice drop kick. About as much of a high flyer as, I don't know, It's an Amari roll. It's a mixed martial arts. It's the name for it in mixed martial arts. Please learn. Dynamite dragging Michelle Cox out of the corner. Double boot to the midsection. Followed by boots to the back of the legs, the ribs. Not back of the legs, the back of the back. Well, I should have just said the back. Gumball. No, not Gumball. Ali Cage gets caught in a jawbreaker. Forearm smash countered by Cage. Jawbreaker again by Michelle Cox. Oh, running big boot by Michelle Cox takes Ali Cage off her feet. Russian leg sweep. Into the pin here. One. Only a 1 count. Looking to pick Michelle Cox up to her feet. Punch to the midsection though by Michelle Cox. Boot. Oh, Ali Cage in trouble. That scissor kick by Michelle Cox. Gonna roll her over. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. You know, the hardest part about doing a backflip is the fear of going over. It's actually harder to do a front flip than a backflip. Michelle Cox trying to just keeping Dynamite in the ring, perhaps trying to hope for a DQ, not allowing Dynamite to leave the ring. The ref, though, I think the ref's seeing this strategy, not counting. Oh my god. Michelle Cox will not let go of Dynamite. Ali Cage gonna have to make the save here. Yes, she does. German suplex. I'm not saying anyone can do a corkscrew backflip. I'm saying a backflip is easier to do than a front flip. Your center of mass will do all the work for you as long as you can get over, whereas if you do a front flip, you might land on your back. But Ali Cage with that butterfly DDT hooks the leg. Could we see the victory? But I think Deborah Cox is going to better break that up. Yes, she is. Welcome to the stream, Toonsy. IX, how are you doing? Straight jacket German to Dynamite. That's going to take Dynamite out of commission. Essentially turn this match into a 2-on-1 handicap momentarily. Cheeky German there by Michelle Cox. Michelle Cox should take the tag out, take advantage of the numbers game right now while Dynamite's on the floor. Wrenching back on the neck, Ali Cage with a couple of those knees straight to the forehead. I wonder if we'll see Ali Cage become uncaged here tonight. Backslide driver by Michelle Cox. I never mess up names. Calling for the hot tag is Deborah Cox. Ali Cage not going to allow it. Cage. Oh, gets caught. Oh, wait! No, I was going to say throws Michelle Cox over her head, but Cox reverses it into a roll-up too. Only a 2 count. Looking to pick Ali Cage up to her feet. What's Michelle Cox looking for? Perhaps a tag. Snapmare to Cage. Drop kick to the back. Oh my god, Cage is the one in trouble now. Cage could be taking that scissor kick for the second time. Boot to the midsection. Dynamite is looking upset in the corner. Fearing for a tag partner. She's going to have to come in and make the save. Yes, she is. 1, 2, and makes the save. Overhand right countered by Dynamite. Big forearm to the chin. Goes for a scoop slam. Deborah Cox in a slip free as Ali Cage turns Michelle Cox around for a reverse DDT across the knee. Got a cross-legged brainbuster here by Deborah Cox. 1, 2. Once again takes Dynamite out of commission. 2-on-1 handicap for the second time in this match. Ali Cage turns her attention to Deborah Cox. Takes Deborah Cox out of commission, and now it's 1-on-1. Back suplex by Ali Cage. Oh, Cage with the opportunity of a lifetime. Looking for that butterfly DDT. Oh, here we go. Hooks the arms. Drives her face first into the mat. Straight into the pin, and that, ladies and gentlemen, might be it. Might secure the victory for Danger Close. There's the 3 count. Ali Cage and Jade Dynamite pick up the W in tonight's tertiary main event. Danger Close picking up the victory tonight. What a performance. Certainly proving that they are good. They have the chemistry as a tag team. But now, I know earlier that Reese versus Gibson match was straight fire. But up next might be... Well, the next 2 matches do certainly have a chance of beating that. First time matchup, Kristen Page, Alice Blake. Miss Money in the Bank. The former Women's Undisputed Champion held the belt for 6 months, 3rd longest reigning. Some critique her reign, as she was the... Well, she did take over the show with Sunshine, kick the general manager out of office, and kind of book herself favorably. I mean, she defended against the other general manager, Laura Sampson, as one of her defenses. Could be bothered to fly out to Tokyo, Japan, to defend in Japan. I'm expecting a great match here, though. I mean, on paper, you'd think this could be one hell of a match, but let me get into the stats here. In CMV history, Kristen Page has had almost 100 matches. Less than 10 people have kicked out of Kristen Page's running knee. There's 2 different variations. You can tell when Kristen Page is annoyed, because she screams before her running knee. When she's not annoyed, it's when she screams. That's the running knee that only a select list of people have kicked out of. In fact, and only one person, that being Quinn Bell, has kicked out of it twice. But Alice Blake, though, can't count her out. She's going to need momentum. Ahead of her Women's Hardcore Championship ladder match, officially her rematch for the belt. She lost to Tiffany Razor at Gridlock. Of course, she tried to get a rematch earlier in the month, but was stopped. By Reese LaMaster. Wow, thank you for the bits, Vic. Always making me feel like a stripper as we head into our co-main event. First time matchup, Kristen Page, Alice Blake. And Kristen immediately tries to run at Blake. Blake sees it coming. Certainly done a research on Kristen Page. Knows how aggressive she is. Overhand right by Kristen. Oh! Misses the roundhouse. Catches over wheel kick. Goes for a scoop slam. Blake gonna slip free. Reverse DDT by the former Women's Hardcore Champion. Blake now with a stomp to the lower back. Working the arm of Kristen Page. Both of these competitors need momentum ahead of their matches. Of course, Kristen Page takes on Amber Briggs in a 30-minute women's Iron Woman match at Implosion. Certainly going to be quite a hard-hitting matchup. 2 of the hardest competitors to beat here on Ferocity, going one-on-one for 30 minutes. Headlock by Alice Blake. Facebuster to Kristen Page. Alice Blake looking to pick Kristen up to her feet. Slamming the back of the head of Kristen into the mat. Alice Blake picks Kristen up to one knee. Blake now off the ropes looking for that spike. Hurricane Rana. Stomp to the lower back of Kristen Page. Now looking to hyperextend the arm. Now picking Kristen Page up by the hair. So far been relatively one-sided from Alice Blake. Drop toe hold by Kristen, looking to turn it around. Kristen Page looking frustrated on the outside. Talking to herself. Getting herself in the zone. Motivating herself. Pullback attack. Drop toe hold again to Alice Blake. Boot to the face. Creating a bit of breathing room for Alice Blake. Able to recover, get back to her feet. Kristen playing it smart. Rolling to the outside. I definitely don't think this is the kind of match to taunt in. If I were Alice Blake, I wouldn't taunt. That's just going to annoy Kristen even more. Right hand by Alice Blake sends Kristen down to the floor below. Knee across the face. Uppercut by Kristen Page. Relatively slow-paced, tentative matchup, though. Of course, both competitors want to win. It's going to be a bit of a feeling out process in this first-time matchup. They do normally go that way. You know, you want to kind of figure out your opponent before you really start picking up the pace. Kristen Page, got to watch out for the count of the ref here. Looking to drop Alice Blake face first on that apron, the hardest part of the ring. Working the legs of Alice Blake. Got to get this match back in the ring, though. We're getting close to a count of 10. Blake senses it and takes this match back in the ring. Alice Blake, Irish whip, putting Kristen Page in that near left corner. Could we see it? But Kristen reverses. And now Kristen has Blake on her shoulders. One kick KO. Big Omega Lee fan. Kristen Page back in control of this matchup as she goes up to the second rope. Looks to drop some knee. Oh, an elbow drop. Alice Blake slips out of the way. Alice Blake circling Kristen. Looks like she's about to go up to the second rope. Perhaps fly. She wants Kristen on her feet, though. Kristen slowly but surely going to rise up. Alice Blake catches her with a Meteora. Gonna drag Kristen Page away from the ropes. Hook the leg. One. Stomp to the arm. Alice Blake looks to pick Kristen up. Knee to the face. Kristen Page wants Alice Blake up on her feet. Still relatively slow pace. I'm waiting for the pace to pick up. Drop kick by Kristen Page. One of them is going to have to pull something out of the bag to really force the other one to pick up the pace and push forward. Now extending the arm of Kristen Page, trying to hyperextend it, force that submission. Kristen Page, though, prime submission defense, has only ever submitted to the best of the best. Your Amber Breekses, your Quinn Bells. I think that might actually be the only two people that that Kristen's ever actually submitted to. Kristen walking across the apron, looking to fly, catches her with, I don't even know, with an elbow, a drop kick. Irish whip, sending Alice Blake into the steel steps. Kristen looking to pick Blake up. Blake with the arm drag. Now Alice Blake looking to pick Kristen up for the second time in this match now. We could be getting close to a double count out. Snap suplex by Kristen. Nice reversal. Certainly a veteran is Kristen Page. Irish whip putting Alice Blake into the steel steps. Once again onto the bottom rope. Kristen this time taking this match back to the ring. Doesn't want the count out. Kristen now going to drag Alice Blake towards the center of the ring. No big moves hit by either competitor yet. Rolling Alice Blake over. Lateral press. One. Kristen Page, after taunting in the corner, looks to pick Alice Blake up. Dragon screw takedown, though, by Blake. This has certainly been back and forth. I know Blake has been asking for this match. Oh, I think Blake was going for that boot to the midsection, followed by the forearm. And I think Kristen Page reversed it. Yes, she did, because now here comes the Death Valley driver by the former Women's Undisputed Champion. Into the pin. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Kristen in the corner. This is the move that only a select few have ever kicked out of. The running knee by Kristen Page straight across the forehead of Alice Blake. Will that be enough to secure the 3 count? 1, 2. Ow! Blake joins that list here tonight. I think it's 6 or 5. It's 5 or 6 people. Kristen furious at the kick out, trying to pile on the pressure, but that was the move this match needed to pick up the pace, because now Alice Blake connects with a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Letting out a roar while Kristen's down. Blake with a boot to the midsection. Kristen back to her feet. Alice Blake catches a flush into the corner. Oh, what's Blake looking for? Throws Kristen out the corner. Blake from the top rope. Right hand catches Kristen right on the chin. Drop kick to follow. Duck underneath the clothesline. Running mushroom stomp by Alice Blake. Into the corner. I mean, not into the corner. Into the pin. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. This match has certainly picked up the pace now. It just took that one big move. Alice Blake goes for some elbows to the trapped Kristen. But Kristen Page able to slip out through the thighs. Back to her feet. Catch it. Oh, wait, no. Fireman's carry by Alice Blake. Alice Blake has Kristen against the ropes. Drop kick to the back of the head of Kristen Page. Kristen in that near left corner. Oh! Oh, I think Blake was going for the Blake factor. And now off the ropes goes Alice Blake and Bateman. Kristen has put down, like I said earlier, Kristen's had almost 100 matches, and now only 6 people have ever actually kicked out of that running knee. Granted, she doesn't always do it, so yeah, you got to take those matches away. Into the pin here from Alice Blake, only for the count of 2. Eight times, but by different people. 6 times by different people, 8 times in total. Elbow to the face. No, it might be 7 times in total. Kristen Page now looking to pick Blake up to her feet, up on her shoulders. Boot to the forehead. Another boot to the forehead. Once again, Alice Blake on the shoulders of Kristen Page. Boot to the side of the head. Oh my god. Only one person has ever kicked out of this twice, and that's Quinn Bell. Alice Blake really would be joining the exclusive list if she's able to kick out of this one. The second running knee by Kristen Page. 1, 2. No, Blake now joining the list. Joining Quinn Bell. And Blake showing her heart here tonight. She wanted this match because she believes she can beat Kristen Page. And she's certainly showing everything. Now, she's certainly showing she has everything. She can take everything that Kristen throws at her, is what I'm trying to say. But Alice Blake joining one of 2 people to have kicked out of Kristen's running knee twice. Into the pin. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Drop kick to the back. Doesn't connect. Kristen back up to her feet. Knee to the face. Off the ropes goes Kristen Page. Leg drop. Into the pin. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Quinn is the other. Alice Blake and Quinn Bell, the only 2. Dynamite has never actually been hit by Kristen's running knee. Nah, Cage kicked out of the different knee. Kristen has 2 different running knees. It's the one she screamed. It's the one when she screams that I count. Snapmare countered by Blake. Irish whip. I replied to your whispers, Echo. I just said it out loud. Alice Blake going to turn Kristen over for fought for the second time. She was looking to give off some of the Blake factor, but instead puts Kristen on the top rope. Oh, cutter from the top! This match certainly trying to snatch that match of the night award from Gibson and Reese the Master. That's the one that people kick out of. And once again, the Blake factor from Alice Blake. Doesn't quite go for the pin, recognizing the ring IQ of Kristen Page. Drags her away from the ropes. 1, 2. Only a 2 count still. And Alice Blake to the top rope again. Not looking to give up the pressure. Jesus, that athleticism. Dragon suplex by Alice Blake. Back and forth these two go. Who will be able to pick up the victory here? Miss Money in the Bank or the former women's hardcore champion. You didn't lose it last year. I don't know if you do this year. Oh, that drop toe hold. Hanging Blake's neck up against that middle rope. Kristen. Once again has Blake on her shoulders, dropping her straight down to the mat. Oh, Kristen straight to the pin. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Oh, no. Oh, Kristen was backing up for that running knee. But Alice Blake able to recover quick enough. She knew it was coming. Didn't want to deal with that again. Blake up to her feet. Kristen realizing it. Goes right back after her. Turns her around. Backstabber. Oh, lordy, oh, lordy. Kristen. Oh, this time. Just looking to drive kind of the shin into the side of the head. Into the pin on Blake. Will it be enough? 1, 2. No, still a 2 count. Kristen is livid. She's arguing with the referee. I would be surprised if she doesn't knee the referee. Kristen Page up to that top rope. Stomp to the midsection. Looking to pick Kristen up. Alice Blake up. Blake with a jawbreaker. Catches Kristen. Oh, but Kristen reverses it with a powerbomb. What a reversal, and then a kick to the midsection to follow. Snapmare by Kristen Page. Working the arm of Alice Blake. Tugging on that arm, trying to wear it down. Perhaps take away her capability of hitting that Blake factor. Alice Blake, though, powers up. Punch to the midsection. Stuns Kristen Page momentarily. Reversal by Kristen. Knee to the midsection. Kristen. Oh, the heel across the back of the head. Rolling Alice Blake over. Boot to the midsection. Creating some breathing room. Alice Blake back to her feet. Hooking the leg. Trying to get the count of 3 here. 1, 2. Still a 2 count. Looking for those head scissors elbows, but once again, Kristen Page, well scouted, slips out back to her feet, turns Alice Blake around, reverse DDT across the knee. And now Kristen's just sitting here, rocking back and forth. Kristen Page has the head of Alice Blake tucked in between the legs, up on her shoulders, sit out, powerbomb. 1, 2, only a 2 count still. What is it going to take to put away Alice Blake? Driving Blake face first into the mat. Now a stomp to the midsection. Looking to pick Blake up to her feet. Knee to the face. Alice Blake turning Kristen around. Kristen's hit free. It would only be right if Alice hits free, but Alice doesn't go for it. Instead, looks to prop Kristen up on that top rope. What is Alice Blake looking for? Once again, going for that car from the top to Kristen Page. Now working the arm once again. Got to wonder if Alice Blake will resort to using that triangle choke at some point. Or she could have been going for that kind of forward roll into the boot to the face. Reversal by Alice Blake, though, out of the German. Nice combination by Alice Blake. Kristen seated. Blake going to pick her up by her hair. Off the ropes goes Alice Blake. Spike Hurricane Rana again. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Irish whip by Blake for the 3rd time in the corner. Will she be looking for a dose of the Blake factor? 3rd time's a charm. Kristen hit free, couldn't do the job, and neither will Blake after 3. Damn, it's gonna take a 4th finisher for someone to pick up the W here tonight. Both Blake and Kristen are kicking out for days. Right hand by Kristen Page. Michinoku driver. Oh, hooks the leg. Trying to snatch it. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Boot to the midsection by Kristen. Kristen, once again with Blake up on her shoulders. Driving her straight into the mat. Kristen could be closing in. Taking a second to grab a breather. Get a bit of fresh air in her lungs. Gas tank running on fumes. Kristen Page enjoying her handiwork here as Alice Blake tries to recover back to her feet. Back on her hands and knees now. What is Blake doing? Crawling through the legs of Kristen. Back to her feet. Kristen just... Oh, wait, gets caught by a jawbreaker. Oh, Kristen again! I think Blake for the 2nd time was going for that kind of boot to the midsection forearm combination. Kristen off the ropes with a drop kick to the side of the head. And now Kristen looking to drive that shin into the side of the head for the 3 count and the victory. Ref! 1, 2, 3, and Kristen Page. Oh, and then laughs at Blake. Damn. Kristen Page laughing at Alice Blake here. What a match between these two. Arguably one of the matches of the night. Kristen Page and Alice Blake put on a clinic in this co-main event. But Miss Money in the Bank picks up the victory. Picks up some more momentum ahead of her clash with Amber Briggs in the co-main event of day 1. But with that match in the books, we now have to move into our main event. All 3 of Ferocity's singles champions collide in a triple threat match. This is going to be interesting to say the least. Which champion will reign supreme? Will it be the hardcore championship around the waist of Tiffany Razor? Will it be the women's Intercontinental Championship around the waist of Riley Dixon? Or will it be the women's undisputed championship around the waist of Jade Divine? Out first, the current women's hardcore champion defends against 5 other competitors. And Implosion arguably needs the momentum the most as she has the toughest match. Tiffany Razor, the women's hardcore champion. has been champ now for... Oh, it would be a month when Implosion gets here. How long have all these people been champs? Riley's been champ since Takeover, so that's 6 weeks, a month and a half. No, wait, no. 6 weeks, 2.5 months. And then Jade Divine has been champ since Oblivion, so that's 1 month, a month and a half, 2, 3 months, 4 months. Damn. Jade Divine coming up on at least, she would be 2 defenses away from tying Kristen Page as the second longest reigning Women's Undisputed Champion. She's beaten her first reign with a belt. Her first reign when she was on Fusion lasted 3 months. Her first reign as Vixen's champion lasted 3 months. She started the reign at Ascendance. At 4 months presently, if she retains that Implosion, it would be 5. Riley Dixon, of course, facing Jade Dynamite at Implosion, a grudge match for the ages. A rematch from their Rage in the Cage clash. Riley Dixon, one of the fastest rising competitors in CMV. I mean, she returned at the top of the season, beat Deborah Cox in her pay-per-view debut, then beat Miss Vicious in her hometown, was in the Elimination Chamber, came third, then I believe lost a 2 out of 3 Falls match with Ali Cage. But here comes Jade Divine and then beat Dynamite. But here comes the current Women's Undisputed Champion last week in an 8 women's tag team match. Her team picked up the victory, though she did take an elimination. She was the 4th person eliminated. No, yeah, 4th person eliminated from that match. Got eliminated by Jade Dynamite. That was a very back and forth match. It started off with... Who got eliminated first? It started off with the elimination of Riley Dixon, then Jada Storm, then Divine, then Tiffany, then Dynamite, and then Cage. Cooper and Blake were able to turn it around. We're here in the main event, a last chance for all 3 of these champions to pick up much needed momentum ahead of all 3 of their highly anticipated title defenses at Implosion. The bell is rung, and Dixon, I am not surprised. Dixon just rolls out of the ring, lets Razor and Divine go out after it. Tiffany Razor sees what Dixon's doing, though, catches her back in the ring. Tiffany in control so far. Dropping some shots on the forehead of Riley Dixon. Looking to pick Dixon up to her feet. Nice Northern Light suplex by Tiffany Razor. Irish whip by Divine. Divine, of course, got 1 elimination last week. Eliminated Jada Storm. Airplane spin now by Tiffany. Safe to say Tiffany has been in control so far. Tiffany looks to pick Riley Dixon up to her feet. Riley with a punch to the midsection. Of course, you can't win a triple threat on the outside of the ring, but you can lose it. You don't have to be pinned or submitted to lose. Irish whip. Tiffany into the corner. Into the ropes. Ducks underneath. Beautiful German by Riley. Riley now chasing after Jade Divine. Riley's turn to take control, take charge of this matchup. Riley Dixon on that second rope. Tiffany up to her feet. Riley catches Jade with some knees across the face. Knee to the face of Tiffany Razor. Boot to the midsection. What's Riley Dixon looking for? No fisherman's driver into... Oh, a headbutt on the way down. Throwing Tiffany into Divine. Tiffany playing it smart, roll to the outside. Elbow to the midsection by Divine. Goes for a scoop slam. Reverse DDT by Riley Dixon. Riley looking to pick Jade Divine up to her feet. Knee to the midsection by Riley. Of course, Riley and Jade have fought in the past with Jade Divine picking up the victory. It was arguably match of the night that night. Here comes Tiffany back in the ring. Nice deep arm drag to Riley. Looking to pick Riley up to her feet. Tiffany with a boot straight on the chin of Riley Dixon. Looks to pick Riley up once again, but Riley with a jawbreaker stuns Tiffany momentarily. Goes for a wheelbarrow, I'd imagine, jawbreaker, but reversal by Tiffany. Now Irish whip by Riley Dixon. Running high knee. Jade Divine doing well to stay out of the action here. Let the other two wear each other down. Drop toe hold by Tiffany once again. Riley going to take a moment to roll to the outside. Irish whip by Jade Divine puts Tiffany in that near right corner. Reversal by Tiffany. Tiffany now goes for something, but only to get a knee to the midsection by Jade Divine. Hurricane Rana by Divine. Divine picks Tiffany up to her feet. Has her up on her shoulders. Just dropping her off. As Riley Dixon starts to recover. Jade Divine up on that second rope. Ref in the way momentarily there. Here comes a swanton. Kind of connects with both of them. Oh, I think Riley might have been going for something big. Eats the knee for it though. And then I think Tiffany might have been going for something big. Riley counters. Riley just launching Tiffany through the air. Tiffany going to roll to the outside. Irish whip by Riley Dixon puts Divine into that far left corner. Drop kick by Divine. By Dixon into the pin on Divine. Immediate kick out. Welcome to the stream, Mr. Wavy. Riley Dixon up to that top rope. Perhaps looking to fly through the air. Divine down. Elbow drop doesn't connect. Tiffany back in the ring. Both of them teaming up on Riley. Now an Irish whip by Divine puts Tiffany in that near left corner. Divine has the arm of Tiffany Razor up to the top rope. Rope assisted Hurricane Rana to Tiffany Razor. And now Riley from behind with an Irish whip to put Divine into that near right corner. Oh, Divine able to roll out the way. Irish whip now by Divine puts Tiffany... Oh no, puts Riley in the far left corner. Tiffany's still down. I think she has taken the most damage in this match. Got hit by a Sig earlier. Wheelbarrow face. Oh! Onto the bottom turnbuckle. Tiffany Razor back up to her feet as Riley chokes out Jade Divine. Right hand by Riley Dixon. Irish whip. Sending Tiffany into the ropes. Running high knee doesn't connect. Running high knee to the to the turnbuckle pad. Oh, vintage Riley. Tiffany better watch out. Riley catches her, drives her. Oh, whoa. Ref. I'm sure Tiffany didn't want to be in that situation, but Tiffany temporarily taken out of commission here. Jade Divine on the top rope. Tiffany needs to roll to the outside and get some time to recover. Oh! Divine! With a Divine arrow! Jumps right over Riley Dixon. Kind of headbutts Tiffany. I was just saying that Tiffany needs to roll to the outside. She's taken all the big moves in this match. Divine into the pin. 2, 3, and Jade Divine with that Divine arrow secures the victory in our main event. And thank you for the follow, Mr. Wavy. The Women's Undisputed Champion reigns supreme in our main event. Jade Divine picks up last minute momentum ahead of her clash with Ali Cage this Sunday. But ladies and gentlemen, as always, this has been Mr. Nashtastic with episode 61 of Ferocity, episode 365. as a whole until tomorrow at 12 o'clock. 2 streams tomorrow. The Implosion preliminary stream, which will be the first 6 matches. Ringo Max versus Strongman Bull. Gerard Fisher versus Troy Voodoo. The Warsaw Pact versus the Knockout Queens. Victoria Extreme versus August Evans. And Aya Ali Vaziri versus Hazlo Crate. And then, of course, the Women's Tag Team Championships kicks off at 12 p.m. GMT. So it's an early one, but that's, of course, to make time for day 1. Let me get this day 1 card for y'all so I can tell you, let you all know what's up. Day 1 will start at 5 o'clock. Let me run you through the day 1 card here. All of them will be posted to Twitter soon enough, but I want to just give you the buzz, give you the rundown. So then day 1 of Implosion kicks off with Xander Slate versus Ricky Spanish, the rematch. And then an elimination fatal 4-way to determine the first spot in Money in the Bank. Newcomers only spot. Rafael Calgestra, Brian Jacobson, Hunter Quinn, and Aldrich. Third match, no holds barred between 2 former tag team partners, Mr. Showtime and Takeshi Matsumoto. Then we have our marquee match of the evening, our special match, if you will. Elijah Stewart, a Fusion OG, multi-time champion, takes on James Landon Vane. Then an elimination triple threat with high stakes on the line as Jay Jones takes on Charlie Garfield and Dean Roscoe. Then we have CMV Tag Team Championships, Thanatos taking on the Street Gods. Alyssa Bond takes on Samantha Steele, the Laura Sampson Appreciation Battle Royal. Spot in Money in the Bank, with the Women's Money in the Bank is up next. Andy Jaden, Davina Blair, Emily, Lexington Damjan, Miss Vicious, and Candice Leone. Tertiary main event of day 1. Marco Punish looks to dethrone Jamal, but looks to be the one in what would be 25-1. Then our co-main event, 30-minute Iron Woman match between Kristen Page, Miss Money in the Bank, and the former Women's Undisputed and Women's Hardcore Champion, Amber Briggs. Then the main event of day 1, the Royal Rumble winner, Leo Cruz, takes on Tops Newsome. Then we move on to day 2, which will be Sunday. At 6 p.m. GMT. Day 1 is Saturday, 5 p.m. GMT. That's kicked off with Maurice Fisher III versus Omega Lee. Then followed by that, Jada Storm versus Megan Cooper. Then we have the Television Championship 8-man match, which George King defends against Arthur Snow, Benjamin Black, DJ Law, Payaso, El Tiguera, Quantum, and Simon Hancock. The winner, of course, will walk out of Implosion, the television champion, but into Unmatched with the newly revamped Internet Championship. And then, of course, we have Marty Michaels' open challenge to follow. A steel cage match between Aaron White and Chet Taylor for supremacy in Syndicate. Match number 6, the Women's Hardcore Championship. Tiffany Razor defends against Jasmine Crossings, Alice Blake, Amy Winters, Aurora, and Reese LaMaster. Then we go into a First Blood match between the Unmatched General Manager Johnny Sampson and former General Manager Eric Matthews. Then 2 out of 3 falls. Quinn Bell takes on Willow Nightling. Tertiary main event. Jade Dynamite looks to become the hero that Chicago deserves as she takes on the Chicago native Riley Dixon for the CMV Women's Intercontinental Championship. In our co-main event, the marquee match of day 2, Tone White takes on Sunshine. No holds barred. And then, of course, the main event, the winner of the first ever 40 Women's Royal Rumble match, Ali Cage, takes on the current Women's Undisputed Champion, Jade Divine. But until tomorrow, I will see you then, and I hope all of you have a wonderful day.